Our conversation at the moment is all about living an empowered life, and it's Mother's Day. Joining me here at the couch is Elise and Talia, two awesome leaders from Lighthouse Church, who also happen to be mums. We're going to talk about a few things today, including how being in a relationship with God nourishes us, and how having people around us to champion us and believe in us helps us live full lives, but also how to be guided in living an empowered life in God. Look forward to this conversation. Stick with us. We're going to start with a short fire round of questions to warm things up a bit. So girls, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Are you guys ready? Good. Favourite breakfast?
Banana pancake.
Banana pancakes?
Muesli. Done.
Favourite flower?
Lily.
Oh, natives, Australian natives.
Perfect. Favourite pair of track pants? What brand?
Bonds, definitely
Kmart.
Favourite movie?
I love dance movies. Any type of dance, cheesy movie.
Love that.
Step Up.
Yeah, so good.
Grease.
10 Things I Hate About You. I think gotta go classic.
You get half a day to do whatever you want, and you...
I go swimming, I drink coffee, I lay on the beach and do some op shopping.
Perfect. I go for a hike, go for a walk, have a swim, probably similar, but I'll just add in there some nature as well.
Okay, kids, if you're out there and you heard all this, you can thank me later, because now you've got all your Mother's Day ideas sorted.
Very good.
Guys, let's get to something a bit more meaningful. We read in John 15, Jesus says that he is the vine and we are the branches. And one of the teachings we get out of that is that he is this source of nourishment that we need to be connected to. So I want to ask you guys today, how do you observe that? What patterns have you put into your week, into your day, to be able to do all the wonderful things you do as leaders, as wives, as mum, as friends, to stay nourished and to do that out of an overflow? So T, how about you start? What are your patterns of being nourished look like?
Well, I think it's important. Different seasons have looked completely different when it comes to nourishment from God. And I would say at the moment, being mum of 4 kids and husband with a busy role, my alone time is very hard to get, and so I think I'll probably have like daily rhythms and weekly rhythms, but one of the things I think on a daily basis, sometimes the only alone time I get is in my shower, so that's my God time sometimes. That's when I chat to God, that's when I tell him what's going on, that's when I pray, that's when I pray in the Spirit, that's with that door shut, that's just I'm by myself. But then I know that I need to go deeper. So there's those times at the moment I'm finding going for a walk with Gus, I put him in the pram and it's almost like I'm by myself. And I need that time, that rhythm to go deeper with God. And so I would talk to him while I'm walking. I probably also I have to fit it into how our lives work. So I try and use times where, you know, instead of we've only got the one car, so if I need to walk somewhere, I'll just do that, and that's my God time while I'm also commuting somewhere that I need to be. Or Josh will take Gus out in the morning for me so I can journal and go that bit deeper. So I think it's about finding, and it's taken us a while to find the rhythms that work, but I need that time and need to go beyond just the shower.
So I know you're excellent at like multitasking and doing a number of things at once. Can you do that in the shower? Like you get the washing done while you're in there, or maybe wash the dishes?
That would be brilliant.
Prepare dinner.
While you're praying in the Spirit.
Wash the salad.
You do end up, what am I getting out for dinner? That's the mental load of motherhood, isn't it?
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to leave that on the bath mat and say, I just need to spend time with God. And it's funny that the little time that I have with him then, and I'm also a big fan of cold showers, and so I finish my shower with cold and it just invigorates me. But I get out of the shower knowing that my day has purpose and knowing that I've got all this to do, but I can do it with God because, you know, apart from me, I can do nothing. So it's that.
Okay. So it's not about the shower. It's actually about you've created a place where you do
Yes.
that thinking.
Yes.
So that you don't have to be like worried and concerned about it at other times
It's exactly
when you should
right.
be playing with your kids and stuff
when I
like
get
that.
in the shower, I've got my brain is a fuzz of all the different things I need to do and what
Sort
meat to
through
get
it.
out for dinner tonight and what I need to get from the shops. But then I leave that, and the clarity that I feel once I've spent time with God, that just flows on throughout my day. So
Yeah,
that's,
fantastic. At least, what do you do to stay nourished throughout your week?
Yeah, I think I'm similar to Talia in that in this stage of life, I mean, it's good to find patterns where you can be, have time with God. So for me, my daily pattern would be, or if it was daily, that would be awesome, but going to the gym, I put in a podcast and I get that time to, get to hear a great message or hear a podcast about, something that I'm really interested in my walk with God at the moment. But then the daily pattern also would need for me to have time with God, like spending time in my journal, reading my Bible, and just the way that the rhythms go at the moment wasn't always when they were younger, like Talia's got Gus, but I find before I go to sleep, I want to make sure I'm getting something into me that's good before I go to bed at night to get rid of the worries and to make sure that I've got God's word into me going to bed that day. So yeah, that's my rhythm at the moment.
I really admire the way that you guys have kind of portioned up where to do specific types of thinking in your day so that you have energy for the right times of the day. It's a lesson I've definitely learned from being alongside leaders of your caliber. So girls, I'm loving how you have personal patterns of being nourished and remaining in Jesus. Tell me, what is the benefits of being in community with like-minded people who also believe in the same values as you, and do they give you some kind of nourishment as well?
Oh, definitely. I think when you said that question about it being inspired, I think of my Connect group, and I've got wonderful women that I'm surrounded with, and that I think encourage us in our faith, and we share often about those personal rhythms, and each of us have different ones that work for different people at different times, and we can encourage each other in those. I think of women around me. I've got great friends like Stevie and Sally, who are just like killing it in their careers and balancing motherhood and still being awesome wives. And if they were here, they wouldn't say it's perfect, but I just see them doing it, and that inspires me. And and I think in church as well, we just have such a wealth of the generations. And I think of people who are that bit further ahead of me, people like Disul, who are just, their faithfulness inspires me. And that they're there and they pray for their kids, and their kids are grown up now, and they're there caring for their grandkids and praying for their grandkids, and it's just like, that's the type of person I want to be when I grow up. And you see the fruit of that, and it kind of encourages you to keep on going. And the benefit of doing that together, especially when you're not, maybe not going that well. There's those people around you that can encourage you and say, keep going, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, motherhood can be challenging, but it can also be really rewarding. But I think that when you get to do it in community, you get that vibrancy of being able to have mums that are ahead of you or beside you, like Talia's been such a great help for me, and mums that are coming beneath you that you can kind of pass on your pearls of wisdom to. And so you get this vibrancy of being in community together, and you get that nourishment from not just a community, but a faith community. There are so many communities you can be part of, right? Like especially for mums these days, you can be part of an exercise group, a dance community, soccer clubs.
Book clubs.
Book clubs. There's so much nourishment, but it's that faith-based, deep nourishment that you get in a faith community like this that really spurs me on as a mum.
So it almost, that sense of community transcends we're doing this thing together to we're actually becoming
that's
something
right.
together.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really rich. Yeah.
Great.
Well, some guys out there might complain about their mothers-in-law, but I struck gold with mine.
She's
Lacey,
amazing.
Your mum's a great lady.
She is a great lady. Yeah, I just love the story that my mum's given and the legacy that she has for our family. And when we think about being in community and that nourishment that we get from it. I think about the values that my mum set for me, and she grew up in far north Queensland, and her mum and dad weren't of faith, but they realised the value of going to church and being in community and a Christian community. So they would take my mum and her siblings off to church every Sunday, and leave them there and then go off, I don't know, have a date or something, which maybe that's a good plan. But no, I think my mum was able to develop her own faith and choose it for herself. And from that experience and seeing other families at church together, she knew that's what she wanted for our family. Wow. So I've never known life without being part of a faith community, and it's really established and set really a firm foundation for my own faith. And as a mum now, I see that how important that is for my children growing up. So my mum has really helped write my story and the story I want to write for my kids, and so I can just see that legacy that she's created in the generations of faith for our family. So
that's so good.
Yeah, thanks, Mum.
Mums are super important, and it's so important to have people ahead of us. T, you have a wonderful mum who I've met as well, but you also have a mentor figure in your life, Susan.
Yes, Susan. I think motherhood, sometimes you get so stuck in the doing and you just busy that you don't often have time to think about where you're going or where you've been or how it works together. And I'm quite good at being reflective and thinking about what I'm thinking about, but sometimes the benefit of having a trusted mentor is that they can see things that you can't see, or see potential, or just give you that extra thought of, oh, I know this is happening for you, but have you considered seeing it in this way? Or, wow, do you actually know that what you went through and how you handled it was incredible? And it's that kind of thing that I've been really grateful for in my life, that it does make you go, oh, actually, my story is incredible. And I think it gives you that, not in a prideful way, but I am proud of myself and the things that I've done or gone through, but that only came out because I had those people to speak into my life. So I think the value of those trusted people in helping you to become who you need to be, want to be, that growing in Jesus, I think we are blessed to be in a community like that and to have those people around us.
A great mentor draws you into vulnerable place, which requires humility.
That's right.
And then out of that place, you're strengthened in who you are. It's not like a kind of narcissistic pride. It's more like a... Yeah,
that's right.
I know who I am.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
And you can be empowered then in your own story.
That's right. Yeah.
Some great wisdom here today from Elise and Talia, two wonderful leaders here of our Lighthouse Faith family, who are also mums. It's so important that we know that we can observe patterns that help us to be nourished by our faith and what we believe, but also to have people around us to champion us and guide us into who we're becoming in God. Talia, Elise, thanks so much for joining us and helping us out. Happy Mother's Day! Hey Mum, I bet you thought I forgot, but I didn't. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for cheering me on in everything that I've ever tried. I love you so much. Happy Mother's Day.
Well, we hope you're having a great Mother's Day, and how good was that wisdom from Talia and Elise? We would love for you to connect with Lighthouse, and you can do that by clicking the connect button on our website or emailing us on the handle found on the bottom of your screen. Lighthouse operates because of you. If you would like to join our generous family of givers, the ways to give are on your screen. Whatever's going on in your world, we would love to support you in prayer. So please click the connect button and let us know how we can be praying for you. Connect groups are a great way to grow your faith. And if you would like to join a connect group, click that same connect button or email Zane. And at Lighthouse, we believe that mums and dads are the best people to disciple their kids. So we want to give you resources that are updated each and every week on our website. Lighthouse Youth runs each and every week throughout the school term. We do this by our Friday night gatherings and our Power Up groups in the week. For more information, check out the social media handles below. We would love for you to join us at one of our live gatherings, 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. at the station and 4 p.m. at the Woolshed Chapel. Have a happy Mother's Day.